If you believe that full-on EVs are the future of the car market, you are just brain dead to a point that it's not worth arguing with you. EV subsidies ended 17 days ago. Okay, EV tax credits ended as of September 30th, 2025. We have absolutely zero data on how many sales were made post EV tax credit because we haven't even ended the month. There's been no reporting. So to say that EV sales are up month over month, yes, they may have been up month over month prior to right now, but that's because people are either, if I'm going to buy an EV, I'm going to buy before the subsidies are over, and if you increase from 2 to 4, that's up over month. They still do not outsell gas internal combustion vehicles. I've said it for a long time, and people can call me crazy if they want to. They can say I'm just pushing off the future, but EVs are not the future of the market, okay? They are a fad that were pushed on by the federal government. Without the subsidies and all the mandates coming out of states like California, EV market would have crashed in its inception. There's a reason why GM started making EVs in the late 90s and then stopped. There's a reason why Nissan had like the Leaf and then their EV market is pretty much non-existent. Tesla lasted as long as they did because they became a technology company that happened to make EVs, as well as they just capitalized on all of the CAFE standards and sold carbon credits to all the companies who weren't meeting those standards. Future of cars is not electric vehicles. At best, we will have plug-in hybrids, or companies will do what Edison Motors is doing with trucks, is that we will make diesel electric or gasoline electric hybrid vehicles that essentially it will have an electric drivetrain, but it will have a gas or diesel powered generator that produces the power for the electric drivetrain. Really, EVs are less practical in every sense other than the fact that you can get things like regenerative braking and you get quick acceleration. EVs are a downgrade from ICE vehicles in almost every practical way imaginable for the consumer. That was my biggest argument against EVs, is people think that EVs means no longer petroleum. If you want to go to a world where you think that we are not going to need fossil fuels or we're not going to need petroleum for anything anymore, guess what? Vehicles immediately don't happen, because you know what's on a vehicle? I don't know, tires. And guess what? Tires are made from petroleum products. Most of the plastics that make up the interior come from petroleum. Any kind of industrial lubricant comes from petroleum. The heavy equipment that they use to mine all the minerals for batteries use petroleum. Acting as if EVs are going to remove our need for petroleum products is just ridiculous, and therefore makes EVs unpractical, because we would rather just have petroleum internal combustion vehicles that are easier to work on, more consumer friendly. And lastly, that makes EVs entirely unpractical. We have states like California trying to push electronic vehicles while also saying, do not charge your vehicles because we don't have a power grid that can sustain having electrical vehicles plugged in and run all of our other items. What's going to happen to everyone's electrical bill when all of a sudden we need to have our power plants, which are mostly run off of fossil fuels, have to charge all of these electric vehicles? Everything's going to become insanely unaffordable.